The apostles, including Paul, set sail from the city of Kos to various cities, including Rhodes, Patara, Phoenicia, Cyprus, and Syria. They stayed with the disciples in Tyre for 7 days, where they were advised not to go to Jerusalem. However, they continued on their journey, and Paul refused to go to Jerusalem. Upon arriving at Jerusalem, the apostles met with James and the elders, who told them about God's work among the Gentiles. They praised God and informed them that Paul had taught Jews to turn away from Moses and not to circumcise their children or follow Jewish customs. They instructed them to take 4 men with them to join in their purification rites and pay their expenses for their heads shaved. The next day, Paul took the men and purified himself, then went to the temple to give notice of the end of the days of purification and the offering for each of them. When the 7 days were nearly over, some Jews from the province of Asia saw Paul at the temple and seized him, shouting, "Fellow Israelites, help us! This is the man who teaches everyone everywhere against our people and our law and this place. And besides, he has brought Greeks into the temple and defiled this holy place." The crowd was aroused, and the apostles dragged Paul from the temple, shutting the gates. The commander of the Roman troops arrived and arrested Paul, ordering him bound with 2 chains and questioning his identity. The crowd shouted, "Get rid of him." As the soldiers were about to take Paul into the barracks, Paul asked the commander if he could speak to the crowd. He replied, "I am a Jew from Tarsus in Cilicia, a citizen of no ordinary city. Please let me speak to the people." After receiving the commander's permission, Paul stood on the steps and motioned to the crowd in Aramaic. The apostles were amazed by Paul's courage and willingness to speak to the people, demonstrating that he was ready to face death in Jerusalem for the name of Jesus.